Imade was the talk of the neighborhood in Warri, known for her flawless skin, captivating smile, and long black hair that cascaded down her back. However, beyond her beauty, it was her obsession with social media that stood out the most. She spent hours crafting the perfect TikTok and Instagram posts, borrowing expensive clothes, posing in front of luxury cars that weren't hers, and faking an extravagant lifestyle. Her mantra was simple: fake it till you make it. Imade believed that creating an illusion of success online would eventually lead to real success. Every day, she strategized her content, ensuring it fit the lavish lifestyle she wanted her followers to believe she had. But while Imade was busy building her online presence, her mother, Mama M, watched with concern. One evening, as Imade was preparing for yet another content shoot, Mama M called her aside. "My daughter," she began gently, "I am not saying social media is bad, but the way you are going about it is not right. You lie about your life, and that is not how we raised you." Imade sighed, rolling her eyes. "Mama, it's not social media, it's social media," she corrected. "And in this business, you fake it till you make it. People believe what they see, and appearance is everything." Mama M shook her head, her heart heavy with worry. "But what if people find out the truth one day? Will they still trust your brand?" Imade dismissed her mother's concerns, convinced that her next viral post would change her life forever. One afternoon, Imade and her friends went to a fancy restaurant for a photo shoot. Dressed in a borrowed designer gown and heels, she spotted a sleek black car parked outside. It was the perfect backdrop for her next Instagram post. Striking a pose, she instructed her friends to take pictures, acting as though the car was hers. But just as she was finishing up, a tall, handsome man approached her. "Excuse me," he said politely, "that car you're posing with is mine, and I really need to leave now." Imade froze, her face turning pale from embarrassment. However, instead of being angry, the man chuckled. "I'm Jaden," he introduced himself with an easygoing smile. Still mortified, Imade replied nervously, "I'm Imade." That day, they exchanged numbers, and their story began. Jaden and Imade quickly grew close. What started as casual chats turned into long phone calls, and within a few months, Jaden proposed. Overwhelmed with happiness, Imade accepted. She flaunted her engagement ring all over social media, updating her followers about her dream life with her perfect man. But Jaden's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Pryor, were not pleased. "Son, you are making a big mistake," Mrs. Pryor warned. "She is always online, dancing. How will such a woman make a good wife and raise children?" Jaden, however, ignored everyone's warnings, convinced that love would conquer all. Jaden and Imade's wedding was a grand affair, splashed all over social media. Imade basked in the attention, posting pictures and videos every second. For the first few months, everything seemed perfect. Imade's social media presence skyrocketed, and Jaden was happy until reality set in. The house was always messy, meals were rarely cooked, and Jaden felt like he was living for strangers online. Whenever he tried to discuss it with Imade, she dismissed him. "If you want a clean house, hire a maid," she would say. Their marriage was turning into a performance for Imade's fans rather than a real partnership. Jaden's patience wore thin. He wanted a peaceful home, but Imade was always glued to her phone, chasing the next viral trend. One evening, he came home exhausted, hoping for a warm meal and a peaceful night. Instead, he found the living room turned into a TikTok set, with clothes, shoes, and makeup scattered everywhere. Holding back his frustration, he went to the kitchen, only to be hit with the stench of unwashed dishes and spoiled food. That night, he confronted Imade. "I didn't sign up for this," he yelled. "Oh, I think you did," Imade retorted. "You knew I was a content creator before marrying me. You can't expect me to be slaving away in the kitchen. An argument erupted, and Imade packed her bags, threatening to leave. Jaden, despite his anger, apologized. He loved her too much to let her go. Jaden tried his best to tolerate Imade's obsession with social media, but the marriage felt more like a scripted reality show than a real relationship. Whenever they had personal moments, Imade ensured her phone was recording. One evening, Jaden planned a romantic dinner at home, hoping to reconnect with his wife. But instead of enjoying the moment, Imade set up a tripod and started a live stream. "Babe, just a few minutes for my followers," she said when Jaden sighed in frustration. That night, Jaden slept in the guest room, realizing that he was married to an illusion, not a wife. Mama M visited the couple, noticing the tension in the house. She pulled Jaden aside. "My son, I warned her, but she didn't listen. I see pain in your eyes." Jaden nodded, his heart heavy. "Mama, I love Imade, but I don't think she loves me the way a wife should. Her world is her phone." Mama M sighed. "A marriage built on falsehood will always shake. You must decide if you can continue like this." That night, Jaden stayed up late, scrolling through Imade's social media. She looked so happy in her videos, but that happiness was never for him. Imade's obsession with online fame finally led to disaster. She had been faking brand deals, claiming luxury gifts that weren't real, and photoshopping vacations she never took. One day, a popular gossip page exposed her, revealing her lies to millions. Screenshots of her fake deals and borrowed lifestyle spread like wildfire. Imade's followers turned against her. Brands pulled back, sponsorships disappeared, and hate comments flooded her pages. Panicked, she ran to Jaden. "Babe, people are attacking me. I need to clear my name." Jaden shook his head. "Clear your name? Imade, you lied. You created a fake life, and now the truth is out." But instead of reflecting, Imade was more worried about her online reputation than her marriage. Jaden was exhausted. The scandal had turned their lives upside down, and Imade was spiraling. Instead of facing the consequences, she became more desperate, posting emotional videos for sympathy. One night, Jaden tried to reason with her. "Imade, let's take a break from social media. Focus on us." Imade scoffed. "You don't understand, Jaden. Social media is my life. If I stop, I'm nobody." Jaden's heart broke. "Then what am I to you? Just a prop for your fake world." Silence filled the room. Imade didn't have an answer. Jaden made his decision. He filed for divorce. He still loved Imade, but he couldn't compete with her obsession. When Imade received the papers, she was shocked. "Jaden, you can't leave me. We are trending as a couple." Jaden sighed. "And that's exactly the problem. Our marriage is a trend to you, not a life." For the first time, Imade felt real fear. But instead of fixing her mistakes, she went online and made a teary video, blaming Jaden for leaving her. Jaden watched from a distance, realizing she would never change. After the divorce, Imade's life crumbled. She lost followers, brands blacklisted her, and her savings ran out. Without Jaden's support, she struggled to pay rent. She reached out to old friends, but they had moved on. Even Mama M's patience had worn thin. "You chose social media over real life, Imade. Now, what do you have left?" Imade was left alone, scrolling through old pictures of her fake life, realizing she had lost everything real. One day, Imade sat in her empty apartment, staring at her phone. It had been weeks since she posted, and nobody seemed to notice her absence. For the first time, she admitted the truth: she had built a life on lies, and now she had nothing. She thought about Jaden, about the love she had taken for granted. Regret burned in her chest. But was it too late to change? Imade decided to start over. She deleted her old posts and made a final video, not for fame, but for the truth. She admitted her lies, apologized to her followers, and shared her journey of self-discovery. To her surprise, some people forgave her. "Thank you for being honest," one comment read. For the first time, Imade felt real, not as a social media star, but as a human being. Months later, Imade got a job in marketing, using her knowledge of social media for something meaningful. One evening, she ran into Jaden at a bookstore. He looked happy, at peace. "Jaden," she started, but he simply smiled. "Imade, I'm happy you're doing better." Her heart ached, but she understood. Some things couldn't be fixed. But at least, she had finally found herself. Imade learned that real life isn't about likes, follows, or trends. It's about love, family, and authenticity. She still posted online, but this time, it was real, no fakes, no borrowed luxury, just her true self. And that was enough. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through the heart of the village. We hope this story has shown you the beauty and mystery that can be found in everyday life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this tale with your friends. Who knows what other secrets we will uncover in the next adventure?